Greetings all you Metamaniacs, I'm T-Money-G, and today Good Ol' Maurice and I are going to walk through how to use a zFinn-led resistance team with Nest to beat Traya teams reliably in arena and territory wars. The team we're going to go over today includes one of the most common Zeta leaderships in the game and can help you climb into the top of arena and prevent you from being locked out of the top 20 if you are already there. Nest bolsters so many teams, but we are particularly excited at how she brings the original resistance-led Finn teams back to life. This video is actually a follow-up to our one on Nest that speaks about various team compilations, her key abilities, as well as how to mod her. We've put the link to that video in the description below, and you can click on that to view it as well. Today we're going to go over the ideal resistance compilation with Nest, including their mods and a play-by-play against a Traya-led team that is prevented from taking a turn in arena.
First we'll go over the characters that you need to build this comp. The first is obviously Nest, and then you'll also want Finn, Poe, and Trooper. These three are generally inseparable. When you're using a Zeta Finn lead, you'll need all three for this comp. And the final will be Resistance Pilot. Why Pilot? Most importantly, she isn't a main component to any TW defensive team, so you can use this team for both arena and TW offense. Secondly, she adds an additional expose mechanic, and she also deals decent damage, which this team lacks without the Nest Zeta. Next, we'll go over the Zetas you need. There's one, Finn. His leadership ability, even for the newer player, remains a top 20 recommended Zeta. And for Team Money and I, we would argue it's in the top 5 for anyone who has been playing more than a year. In terms of Omega materials, there are only 3 absolute mandatory Omegas for this team comp. The first one is going to be on Nest Basic Attack Cut Through. This Omega attaches an exposed element to the damage. The second is going to be Poe's Resistance Bravado. This is his taunt move, and also the Omega adds a 15% exposed chance that you can inflict buff immunity on an opposing character. Versus a Traya team, you're going to want to target that on the Sith Trooper to prevent him from taunting. The third is Opportune Strike on Resistance Trooper. The Omega adds a Dispel mechanic to the damage, and this will allow you to instantly dispel the opposing Sith Trooper, so you can actually get to the exposes on the other characters to keep the train rolling. If you're having trouble with the speed game, there are some additional Omegas that we could suggest. Flush Out on Resistance Trooper, Takedown on Finn, and Outmaneuver on Pilot. All those Omegas add additional exposed chance to kind of help you keep the exposed train running. And also the Kinetic Charge on Nest. When you hit an enemy that is below full health, it will give her an additional 40% turn meter to allow her to go and go and go.
To conclude the video, we're going to give you guys a quick play-by-play on what you need to look for and how exactly you want to manage this team. As we discussed, Nest is going to go first. Nest is going to deliver an AoE daze and turn meter removal with her kinetic charge ability, immediately followed by Poe's taunt, which will remove more turn meter, have a chance to expose all the targets, and also with the Omega that we discussed, have a chance to deliver buff immunity. And you want to put that buff immunity on Sith Trooper as we've shown here. This will prevent Sith Trooper from taunting in the future once the enemies start getting below 50% health. And Opportune Strike will be your next move from Resistance Trooper. He gets 55% turn meter anytime an enemy gets exposed, so he's going to go after Poe all the time. He needs no speed whatsoever, he'll just get to go from his unique. And with that Omega on Opportune Strike, it will allow you to get rid of his taunt, and that will give you access to all 5 of your enemies across the board. And this is very important as you want access to all 5 to pop the exposes and keep managing your turn meter. You want to be very careful not to waste exposes. You'll see throughout the video some of these characters have 2 and 3 exposes on top of them. You want to save those for when your team is very low on turn meter. Just continue to pop the guys that have 1 exposed above their heads to keep your train rolling. You will see that Trooper, Pilot, and Finn are the main damage dealers in this comp. Sith Assassin is going to be your #1 priority as she's the fastest on the other team, unless you do not land the daze on Nihilus. Remember that Nihilus gets turn meter every time Scion and Traya receive a debuff, and they're going to receive a lot over the course of this battle. So keeping him under control becomes your #1 priority. You'll notice that I keep 4 characters live in this video until the very end, and that all that does is just allows you options, because Poe's not going to land exposed 100% of the time on all 4 of these guys. He's going to pop a random one here, land a random one here, so you want to have options to keep your turn meter rolling. Once you get the train rolling, guys, it's pretty much over. Just pick them apart slowly but surely.
I'm T-Money-G, and the other voice you heard was Good Ol' Maurice, and we are both part of Operation Metaverse. We invite you to share this video with your guild and in your favorite chat rooms. We have a ton of content planned that you will not want to miss, so like and subscribe to get updates when more videos are released.